Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Welcome back to Red Rocket. Thank you so much for the response on the last video, and thanks for all your suggestions and comments. So today what I thought I would do, and I agree with a number of comments that were made, we kind of done this part of the settlement behind us, but this part was kind of empty. We'll hop up here with that falling off. Come on. So this part of the settlement, I agree with you, needed some work. So today what we're going to do is very quickly, I'm going to show you a concept and see if we can take what we were talking about last week a little bit further. So last week we started off with this, which effectively is a static object that we put together ourselves, and what we're going to do today is we're going to flip it on its head a little and do the reverse. So you'll see what I mean in a second. So here we are back here, we'll get into the build menu. So initially my thoughts were I was going to put the truck down again with the bed and put something on the back of it. As it turns out, this area here was a little bit too small for what I wanted to do. So what we're going to do, we're actually going to use the truck, and we're going to use one other item, and we're going to make a couple of dwellings. Like I said, I had to push the fence back here just to get enough room. There wasn't enough room to do what I wanted. So now you will see that provisioner there, standing in the corner there. Yeah, she won't leave. She's stuck inside the fence now and she won't leave. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this up against the fence here, like that, and I'll fiddle around and get it straight. So I'm not going to show you that bit, because it was about 5 minutes of me finagling. And then we're going to put this shipping crate down. I'm going to use that. So it takes me quite a while to kind of get the balance here right and kind of figure out where each item should be, and actually end up flipping this around. So we will show you a little bit the truck build, and then I'll show you what we end up with. So here we go. We've put the truck across here, and we'll build off of that. You can see we've pushed the fence back a fraction, and the shipping crate is on the other corner, right there, and we'll build with that too. So this is kind of the next level, or the next kind of thought process that you can go through working on your settlements, and just taking an element that would be there or should be there, and then using that as your starting point, and just keep building off it. And you'll see I'll show you just a fraction of where I start to go with the truck build, and then we will show you the final tour. And you know, this is all designed, this series, and everybody seems to be enjoying it so far. For some reason this just wouldn't, the pillar wouldn't recognize this. This is all designed just to help you in generating ideas for your settlement, and hopefully it's helping. Please let me know in the comments if it is, because I'll do more of these if it's of value to you. So what can we do with the truck? Well, the idea I had, the back of the truck is actually larger than I anticipated it to be. So my idea is, and you'll see in a second what I do with this, is that we'll build a dwelling and we'll use that truck as the platform. So I'm going to take a roof part and I'm just going to lay it down here. So initially the big one was being a bit of a pain, so I'll get the smaller piece, that one there, and this is really just to give me a starting point. Once you get the first piece in, you can snap things off it. So I'm trying to get that as close to the fence as possible, and at the right height, and it does fight me a bit, but we get there in the end. See, it wants to snap. One of the biggest issues I have here is it wants to snap off that fence at the back, that wire fence, that mesh fence. So hop up on the truck and try and get this level right. And again, as I've said many times in my videos, get the first part right, the first building piece right, and then everything should flow from there. See, so we just snap a roof off like that, and now we're off and running with an idea, and then we'll just build and build and build from there. Literally. So put last piece of roof on in it. Once I get the last piece of roof on, I was like, okay, looks very plain. What else can I use just to make this look a little bit different? And I remembered we'd done that little kind of shower room with the end caps, so I decided to put these two end caps on like this. Now it does go green. I do find a spot where it goes green. I'm going to put that down like that. We're going to put it into place, and then we're going to hop up on top of it. See, there it goes. So as soon as it goes green, you can snap another one the opposite way, and there we go. There's the starting point for the whole build. And I do change this a bit, but it just gives you an idea of where you can start. So let's go and see what we end up with, and I hope this has been useful at generating ideas for you guys. I've kept this very minimal, and I've tried to keep this to the point where they're fairly easy accessible pieces. So here we go, here's the shipping crate, and you can see I've taken a bit of a canvas there, which is pretty standard. Here's the magazine rack if he wants to put his magazines in there. I've taken a diner seat, and you can see this is propped up by breeze blocks. I've taken a diner seat and a table, and that's his table, it's his main table. There is a storage box there, and you can see the bed is just sitting on a workshop, a tool bench, and a couple of cases. Put a ramp up onto the top there, and we'll go up in a sec, but you can see I've added just a whole lot of bits and pieces. That's there to block up the gap in the fence. So we'll hop up here, and there's not much to this, it's just a little defensive area, and you can see you don't need to have much decoration. Now that's a guard post chair. Now you'll see this guy in a minute why he's standing there, and there's Ada for some reason. Gee, she wanders a long way for Sanctuary Hills. I'll have her assigned to Sanctuary Hills, so she goes out and has a wander around. Kept it very sparse and in keeping with the rest of the settlement as much as possible. Now I have problems with both Dogmeat and the Provisioner here getting into this actual part. See, there's the Provisioner, that's why the Brahmin is on the other side of that wall. Got another one of those, get out the way, Dogmeat, please. Dogmeat, thank you. Another one of those diner tables, which you'll find inside Red Rocket. And then I've put just a bit of ply on the bed of the truck and put a mattress and a few things in there. Now that's all floating, so I'll have to fix that. But kept it very, very minimal. So we're going to try and... Now Dogmeat just becomes a nuisance now, because I try and get in this door, and look, I have to end up pushing them through the door. There we go. So I haven't done much in here, the diner booth, but you see these tables here? They're in there, so you should use them in your build, because it's plausible that he would repurpose those tables right in front of us there and use them in his settlement. So there you go, guys. I hope this is useful in generating ideas. That's the idea of these last couple of builds, is to try and give you some ideas and answer some questions that I've had on the channel. So thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us in Gaming for XP, and we'll see you next time.